hello fellow techers, Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today we are in the AMX Chaffee yet again, tier 7 French light tank, in which you can train both crews. You can trade French and American crew. So I don't remember which crew I have in it at this point in time, but regardless, I have a very good crew in this tank, which has a lot of perks and skills, and I will list all the skills and perks that I have on this crew in the description section below or the comment section below. And yes, we're back after a while, a few days off. I was away for a few days. We're back in the grind and we're still working to get the Valor. Now this game is a little bit older. It's probably a game from like 2 weeks before or something of that nature, but it's a very good game. And what this game is going to exemplify is the abuse of the tank's mobility, first thing, the tank's vision, as well as the tank's crew and the skills on the crew. So as you probably already noticed, I am a top tier in this matchup, which is absolutely fantastic for AMX Chaffee. The only problem being a top tier in this tank is that pretty much any lower tier tank will be able to penetrate you if you get too close. So you have to be really careful when you play this tank not to get too close. But luckily we are on a big map, which is fantastic for this tank because we can abuse the view range and crew skills on my crew and take advantage of poor crew skills of these guys that are lower tiers, right? So in the first part in this game, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our view range to spot enemies, and that's all I'm doing. I'm not really even trying to get damage. I'm just trying to poke out and see who I can spot with my excellent view range, which is probably, I have probably like 450 meter view range on this tank at this point in time. So that's what I'm doing. I was trying to get some shots into these guys, but the gun elevation on this tank is not the greatest, so you will not be able to raise your gun pretty well. So keep that in mind. But overall, it's still a fantastic tank. I strongly recommend. It has crew XP boost. Also, I don't remember what it is. It could be like 45% or something of that nature, but quite excellent. So I've had this tank for years now, when it was a tier 6, but now it's a tier 7. You could use a little bit of HP buff because it's got only 600 HP. That was never buffed from the original tank that was at tier 6. But anyway, we decided to drop here now and get into the bushes here and continue spotting these guys. You can see there's a few guys at F7, so we're gonna put some shells into them, but I get spotted here. Someone's got a decent view range, so we're gonna drop and we're gonna fall back. And this guy's looking at me. I was looking at him, I'm like, shit, he's looking at me. So we're gonna try to wiggle and get ourselves out of this sticky situation. And we're gonna get behind this hill. We're gonna continue holding this position. The idea here is to catch these guys that are coming from the field. As you can see, we're getting flanked already. So all these tanks from the field, we're gonna put some shells into them. Now with this tank, you definitely have to fully aim your shots in order to hit them. Can't remember the gun accuracy on this gun, but it's not the greatest. I don't know how that went in. That was kind of strange, but still, I'm not spotted. As you can see, I'm firing from, what was it, about 300 meters or something of that nature. Let's see. More, 379 meters, right? And I won't be spotted by those tier 5s. So what I'm gonna do is keep on abusing my view range in this game. And what this game is going to show you is usually light tank players that have very good crew skills can easily take control over the game. That's basically what this is showing you. Because of the view range, especially on a big map, right? You have such an advantage in a light tank. That's why you need to stay alive until the end of the game, because it's so important. Anyway, we're going to try to take this guy out, but on a move, that shot doesn't work out. So now we're going to turn around and think about what's next. Now this tank destroyer was spotted in the middle of the map. I was thinking to myself, why don't I just go west along 1-2 line and see if we can expose him, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. And that's an AT2, so I'm gonna have trouble penetrating this guy frontally, but if he gives me his side like this, I should be able to pen it. But now he turns slightly and he deflects my shots, and I don't think I'll be able to pen him here either. So We're gonna switch to APCR rounds, and we're gonna try to go a little bit further to see if we can catch his side. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna try to go around a little bit further, keep him spotted. I was hoping too that our Artie is gonna hit him, but looks like Artie is looking into a different direction. Here I barely have any shots, so we're gonna climb up a little bit on top of that ridge. I don't think he should be able to spot me yet from here, at least not until I fire. We're gonna try to put a shell into him here. Can we? Yes, we put one in. But again, he re-angles, and now I won't be able to hit him anymore. So, as you can see, my team is dropping like flies. So, at the end of the game here, we're gonna have to put our carry pants on and try to finish this game off and carry this. And it's quite fine. In a tank that has such ridiculous advantage on the field, like I have at this point in this tank, it's not going to be that difficult, to be honest, guys. It's just, at that point, it's just not making mistakes. That's all. You just want to make sure you don't make any mistakes. Anyway, so now I know the field is clear, so I wanted to scoot across the field, but then I noticed this Tiger 1 coming onto our medium tank. So I'm going to try to support our medium tank as much as I can. Once this Tiger 1 pokes out, we're going to put some shells into him. But our gun accuracy is not the greatest. Try to track him there, but as you can see, I'll keep on missing, and unfortunately he backs in, and I'm not able to put any more shells into him. But I'm gonna drop a little bit more because I really want to support my medium tank. So I was thinking to go on further, but once our medium tank died, I'm gonna drop here. And you can see the bad thing about this tank is just the traverse speed is not the greatest. But at this point in time, I just wanted to back in enough so that I can respot this Tiger for our artillery. So we respot him there. We don't take a shot because he backed in, so I wouldn't be able to hit him anyway. And he might be able to spot me from here. This is quite close range. I should have been probably sitting a little bit further out. But I have a good camo on this tank, so as long as I don't fire, I shouldn't be spotted. But here I fired. We do take him out of the game. Artie puts a shell into him, but I'm spotted now and looks like I'm targeted. So Artie is probably looking at me. So we're gonna wiggle, 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 try to get out of this situation. And yes, we do. Now it looks like Artie is under siege. We already lost the hill and everything over there. So our Artie's gonna... I was thinking Artie's gonna get taken out, and it does get taken out, but I was thinking I could take a shot at that tank destroyer, but Artie takes out that tank destroyer, then Artie gets taken out. Our Artie gets taken out. So it's 1v3, and at this point I wasn't really worried, to be honest, guys. It should be an easy closeout. We have 2 Arties, and the last heavy tank remaining is the TOG 2. So his view range is not too bad, but usually players at tier 6 don't have a good cruise. So I was pretty sure I'll be able to outspot him. We do spot the grill, which is key, but he does sneak in behind that building. It's a distractible building, so we're gonna try to destroy the building here and see if we can put some shells into him. Now, unfortunately, that shell doesn't go in. We put 1 shell into him, and now we are on a reload. So, but we're gonna stay in the same position because we're spotting pretty much everybody except 1 Artie, and that 1 Artie is probably near the base, I'm assuming. So I can catch him later. I decided to put some shells into the TOG because he cannot spot me from this distance, and I can just fire at will and drain him from his HP, and he was full HP. I don't know what he was doing, sitting back, not doing anything. Now just relocating slightly to make sure that he doesn't blind hit me, and staying away at a distance to make sure that they don't spot me. But I want to keep this grill spotted. I want to keep him uneasy. And then I spot the other Artie, and I saw it coming in the corner of my eye, but I knew that I have time to get rid of this TOG. So that's exactly what I did. Got rid of the TOG. Now I get spotted because Artie got close to me, but we're gonna use our mobility. We're gonna wiggle, 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 and get out of the situation. We're gonna fool the other Artie. And the other Artie player was not a slouch. That little grill, tier 5, he had pretty good game actually. You'll see the stats at the end of the game. So he was quite capable of hitting me. And here I think the shell lands pretty close to me. He was guessing quite right when I was gonna go, where I was gonna go. Anyway, we're gonna take care of this M44 because he's more dangerous. So we're gonna come around here. We're gonna spot him here. We got spotted at the same time, but we're gonna try firing on a move and moving at the same time so that the grill cannot line up his shot. And now we're gonna turn around completely the other way and go inside into the field. Again, wiggling, making sure that we don't get hit. Because you never know. I don't know if grill can actually one-shot me, but he probably can. I have only 600 HP, so I don't know. Anyway, someone tells me to cap, but I'm not going to cap. What's the point of capping? Again, I can abuse my view range in this tank on a big map like this, so it should be easy peasy closeout. And I still have 5 minutes to close this game out. So we're going to go to the last known position of the grill to see if he's there. And we're going to spot whether he dropped towards his base or whether he's still sitting in the same location or if he's going over to our base. So that's what I'm doing. I just want to make sure that he doesn't sneak by me on the right-hand side and get close to those buildings. Maybe I can proximity spot him. That's what I was thinking. Now, I don't know at this point in time if he's still here. I don't think he's fast enough to get on a hill. So he either went back to his base or he went over to our base. But I'm assuming he went over to our base because I would have spotted him already. Yeah, so it's just a closeout. At this point in time, I wasn't really thinking. I could have gotten rid of all my shells and left only one shell in my magazine. And we could potentially catch this guy and get a Fadin's medal at the same time. But it wasn't on my mind. Winning was on my mind at this point in time. So he tells us where he is. He starts capping. So we're still not spotted. We're going to find a position where we can fire at him. And we're going to finish this game off. Right here, we can see a little bit of him. He's hiding behind the tank. He's doing a good thing. We missed that first shell and we get spotted, but he doesn't know where we are, so we take him out of the game and we secure the win for the team. Quite nice game for AMX Chaffee. Again, abusing the view range, abusing good crew skills. Maybe a bit unfair to everybody else, especially tanks at tier 5, right? Because they couldn't really do anything to negate my advantages, so that's problematic, right? But it is what it is. It is World of Tanks. It's still +2, -2, unfortunately, and maybe at some point Wargaming will consider changing to +1, -1. Anyway, fantastic game in AMX Chaffee. We ended up with, what, 5.9k combined damage. We got our second Mark of Excellence. We got Patrol Duty Medal. We got Pascucci Medal. 22 penetrating hits, 4 kills. Ace Tanker, whole bunch of other medals. So yeah, quite happy with this game, to be honest. We finished on top of the team with 2419 base XP, fantabulous base XP. We fired 41 shells, we had 30 direct hits and 23 penetrations. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit checking out.